we are familiar with. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Vinamini, Namaste Saraswate Devi, Gauravani Prakarini, Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Bhakti Tarini, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for this. So let us go to page 1 of the introduction. And our invocational mantra goes as follows. Om Jnanatimbarandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkest ignorance.
And
my spiritual master opened my eyes.
My spiritual master opened my eyes.
With the torch of knowledge.
With the torch of knowledge.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto him.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto him.
Srila Prabhupada Ki
Jai.
Okay, our host Vaishnavi is going to tell us where we're best situated in the, we're way in the last chapter. And we're looking at Bhagavad Gita chapter 18, and which is entitled, as most of you all know, The Perfection of Renunciation. And it's text 19, is it not?
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay, 19, 18, 19. Somebody knows how to count. Okay. Jnanam karma cha karta cha Tridhaiva guna vedata prochate guna sangyane yatach shrinu panapi. According to the 3 different modes of material nature, there are 3 kinds of knowledge: action and performer of action. Now we hear of them from me. And in the purport, let's get 2 people to read the purport. Read it nice and slow and clear. Thank you.
Okay, Murali and Pavitra can read.
Okay.
In the 4th chapter, the 3 divisions of modes.
14th chapter, isn't it?
Oh, sorry. In the 14th chapter, the 3 divisions of the modes. One second, Prabhuji. I'm just trying to switch my phone. I'm in the.
Pavitra, you can go first if you are okay.
Sorry for that.
Please read.
Go.
In the 14th chapter, the 3 divisions of the mode of material nature were elaborately described. In that chapter, it was said that the mode of goodness is illuminating, the mode of passion, materialistic, and the mode of ignorance, conducive to laziness and indolence. All the modes of material nature are binding. They are not sources of liberation.
Okay, thank you. Next person.
Even in the mode of goodness, one is conditioned. In the 17th chapter, the different types of worship by different types of men in different modes of material nature was described. In this verse, the Lord says that he wishes to speak about the different types of knowledge, workers, and work itself according to the material modes.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for the readers and listeners. Here we are again, looking at the 3 modes of material nature. Now that we're getting closer to the end of our study, at least this time around, it's not the first time that we've been visited by the 3 modes of nature, as is indicated. 14th chapter is all about that. But, you know, it's just something we revisit all the time throughout the Bhagavad Gita. We use the word sprinkled. Krishna sprinkles these modes all over the place. They're an integral part of material existence, and everything gets filtered through these modes, one of the three modes of material nature. And doesn't matter what you put in front of you in terms of a category of, let's say, a topic, you can filter them through one of the modes, just like even the way you dress, you know. Are you sloppy with your dressing? That's mode of ignorance. Are you dressing in such a way that's highly materialistic? The phrase is, are you dressed to kill? You know? And with sexual innovations or provocations behind it. Or you're dressed like neat and tidy and, you know, in a thoughtful way, clean and so on like that. That mode of goodness. I'm just taking one category, how you dress, but you can do that filter through any particular topic. And it could be political, social, it could be anything. Just it has that flavor, one of the three flavors. So what we're going to be doing is through this section, hear about the different kinds of knowledge. We're going to hear about different types of activity and also the nature of the person. We sometimes say the three modes, they're also energies. I used that term once, energy, in a class in one of our temples, and one person said, they're not energies. I said, they are. They are definitely energies. They're coming from the energetic or the source, and that is Krishna. The word energy is a nice, appropriate word that the public can relate to. And one of my good friends, who just lives a bit north of Toronto here, he wrote a book on the three modes, or the three energies, he called it. So it's very intriguing when you use that term. In the course of the day, each and every one of us visits one of the modes. Like if you're say like sometimes in the morning after you've had a fresh shower, you feel really cleared, you feel like optimistic, you know, you feel thoughtful, you may put, you know, sort of plans in place in your head as to how the day's going to look. And so that's obviously very much in the mode of goodness, in that energy. And when we're talking about passion, it means we're going high speed, we're not always so, let's say, attentive to the details of everything. We've got a lot of ambition, drive behind us. Maybe our intent is to just look good, not necessarily do things that are going to please Krishna, but be impressed. You know? So when we go and impress people, we're largely influenced by the energy of passion, Rajagan. And finally, when it's ignorance, it's when we don't care. It's when we're just maybe very, very fatigued. We don't pay attention to details. We're not even very energetic, even though we're calling this an energy. And, you know, maybe we have some bad intent too. You know, maybe we've got some dirty thoughts in our mind, and maybe we have intentions to cream someone or, let's say, do someone in, you know, with our endeavors. So maybe just the whole idea of not caring and be procrastinating is because I don't care. That is very much in the energy of Tamagut. So if I hear, let's see if I can get some response from you, Bruce. Do you feel that during the course of the day you hit each one of those energies, or maybe let's put it in the reverse, that they hit you? Can I have a show of hands? Can I have a show of hands? I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's pretty unanimous. So yes, some people are coming in a little bit late. I guess when you're really late, it means you're in the mode of energy of ignorance. Is that right? When we're very spiteful, then it's something different. Okay. So we understand them. It's very clear for devotees. We understand these energies now. Let's say you're not a student of Bhagavad Gita. You're not a student of the Vedas, even for that matter. Do you understand these modes? I don't think people really understand that they're captured and trapped in one of these three or thrown around by them. I don't think so. I believe people are not very attuned to the situation. And if that is the case, then surely it is a problem, you know, when you can draw these lines between the energy. I guess you talk about two lines, right? Because there's three energies. Then it makes very clear what's your motivation. Like when people go to vote, they go to vote for usually for sense gratificatory purposes. I'm going to vote for someone who's going to make my life, give me the ease that I want, and what's going to give me immediate satisfaction. Maybe if you have a person that, when it comes to voting time, a political candidate who thinks very far ahead and who might say, listen, we're going to start off by tightening our belts a little bit. We are going to have to be very conservative. And even they use this, we have to go on an austerity program before things turn around and get better financially and on all levels. So that might be a motivation that is very much in the mode of goodness, right? And when it comes to voting for, people are very much on the bodily concept, and they're very sort of racist, or they have, let's say, they're partial. They show a lot of partial tendencies. That can be very much in the mode of, ignorance, or a political person who's planning a war. I think I like the gold they have over there across the border. I like the oil. I think we'll just take over. So, these are highly ambitious. And I think you can also say that there's sometimes a mix, a cross between crossbreeding of Rajagun and Tamagun. Okay, so I think it's really important for us to understand these modes, and that's why we're going to study them again. Somebody asked me just the other day, well, what about religions? Are they all just the same? Are they all about the same God? And frankly, I just said to this woman, I said, well, I think we should read chapter 17, like we just went through that. And that makes it very clear to understand that not all faiths are the same. They have a different drive, they have a different engine, they have a different motive, right? And clearly you can lay it on as far as like goodness, passion, or ignorance. And when I visited Hawaii, Uradas, this little plug-in for you, someone came to visit us, remember? We were on Maui. We were
Right.
on Maui. Yeah, and one of my good friends, a Jewish friend, he came to visit us. He just happened to be just a half a block from where we were staying, right?
Right, in that area.
We were talking about the war with Israel and all that stuff, and the Palestinians. And I think he hit the nail on the head. What we need is a benevolent dictator. That's Vedic, if I can be honest with you, Prabhus, a benevolent dictator. That means the word dictator sounds nasty. It has negative connotations. But somebody who's got a little bit of an iron fist, and who's what's for ultimate good and not immediate good, like Vedic kings that we read about, to Ram, Chandra, Yudhishthira, etc. Some were benevolent dictators. They were just, we're coming across, we're doing is according to Vedic policy. Okay, so democracy, I'm just trying to tell you, is democracy in goodness or ignorance? If anybody answered that, I will just quickly jump in there and said it's superior to communism. Some of the values of democracy are good because it does, at least in the initial papers, they talk about believing in a supreme power. God is under us, or I'm sorry, above us, we are under God. And so it has some good credits, but ultimately Prabhupada says it's democracy. Demon crazy means demon crazy. Because everything's operating on vox populi. That's a Latin word, and it means, whatever the public, what is popular by the public should be voted in. Well, what if the public is very supportive of all the things that are, let's say, that bring down people to their knees? I can think that one at the top of the list is meat eating, top of the list pornography. It's way up there. And intoxication in general. And, there's so many other things that would indicate that.
Maharaj, your voice is dropping off, is cutting out, at least for me.
No,
Yes,
he
it
is.
is. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It is for everyone. Yeah, thank you for saying.
Okay. What should I do? Get off and come on again? Maybe I'll just.
Now
go
you're
and do-
okay.
Now I'm okay. All right. Let's try to keep it that way. Okay. So they always throw me off. Maybe say this. Shall I just continue?
Yes, Maharaj. Yes, I think so.
Finish that up. Okay, well, anyways, I think, when it comes to political alignment, which most of us have to do, it's a good idea for people to vote. And generally devotees, like in a democratic system, which most of us are living in, and you go to the person that represents Vedic culture the most, I would say. Maybe that's just my analysis. Any other thoughts on that? Did I lose?
Maharaj,
Okay, Maharaj.
Dandavat. Oh, sorry.
Okay. So Gurudas, you want to say something?
Oh, I just, I think that I take your point very well, Maharaj. I think that the problem is we, in general, lack qualified leaders.
Yeah.
And, it'd be great if we could have like Bali Maharaj come and just, sort things out. But we don't have someone like that. But I think that I think your point is a good one, that there's there's just a lot of mode of ignorance, and sort
Right.
of this and this sort of this partisan sort of mood that has gripped at least certainly America. I think a lot of countries in the
Yes.
world, not just America. And George Washington warned against it when he left office. He had a farewell address, when he was leaving office, and he warned against the party spirit and how it's sort of ingrained in human nature, but it can lead to, despotism and sort of not a benevolent dictator. Let's put it that way. And the fear and the risk of autocracy in general in the world is that we don't have qualified leaders to be kings right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we have someone that's an autocrat, it's even worse, because they're not going to lead with mode of goodness. you know.
Yeah, absolutely. The fact that people are not trained. When Prabhupada was there, 22nd Avenue in New York, and while his sessions were going on, he had Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday programs, discussions on the Gita and Kirtan, and some of the local kids were rapping on the window, and very just like some kind of crazy animals, and he was just saying they are just not trained, and that's a fact. When it comes to leadership, there isn't much training. It's oftentimes, if you have money behind you, you can run for power. You've got the ability to uh, change people's minds. If you can do incredible political campaigning if you have a lot of money behind you, and it seems that that seems to be the rule of the day. So it'd be really nice if we can go to principles and values. And of course, all of us embrace Vedic values. We have to know what they are too. Dasa Mula is something that Bhaktivinoda Thakur put together, like 10 principles, Dasa Mula, or kind of like regulations that we go by. And some of our leaders in ISKCON have also discussed what's the Dasa Mula of ISKCON. Yeah, how can I just keep that? Thank you very much. Yeah, so anyways, we got a little bit into the discussion about where we should be politically, and I don't think it's a very wise or mature thing to say, I don't care. That just means mode of ignorance,
Right.
I don't care about voting. People ask me, even my father is so much into like voting, and he asks me if I'm voting. That's well, I'm a monk, and it's a very different thing. We can encourage our people to vote, but I can, as a sannyasi, we can advise the leaders. Somebody asked Prabhupada about that too. It'd be nice if you're the president of the United States. And he said, I would like to be the advisor, guru of the president of the United States, right? Yeah, a lot more done that way. After all, leaders need advisors. They can't make, let's say, decisions just on their own. They have to do a lot of consulting, right? They need some wise people around them. They need a circle of people. If we think that democracy is what is Vedic, then I think it's just we're in a big illusion. We should read the Bhagavad Gita again after chapter 8. Team, let's go through it all again. Yeah. Any other thoughts on this?
Arjuna has
I
a
guess
question.
really, we're going the way of lack of leadership, people not trained. I'm sorry, who is it that wanted to say something?
Arjuna. Arjuna had a
Okay.
question.
Arjuna? Okay, thank you, Arjuna. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Hare Krishna devotees. So basically, I know, Maharaj, that you encourage us to maybe like vote, but I heard that if you vote, you also get part of the karma that the leaders are doing, and unfortunately, they're not really doing good things. I had a lot of people saying that they voted for the party now, and they're not really happy with the outcome. So like, I also agree that we should have like a king to to manage things. But yeah, we should be like, leaders should be trained. But the problem is, right now it's so difficult because too many problems and too many issues and things.
Well, I mean, it's an individual thing. But I believe that if in a devotee community, we don't get behind something, we will really be left out. I mean, ideally, you know what we need? We need our own people to run for office. We need somebody who will represent the Vedic ideal, and that would be the best. And when Prabhupada was with us, he encouraged the devotees to operate the In God We Trust party. And Balavanta Prabhu, who's an American devotee, a disciple of Prabhupada, to run for the mayor of the city. And it just didn't work out. I think we need to become a little more seasoned. But devotees were going out and doing kirtan, distributing a lot of prasad, feeling that would be the way to go. And of course, our message is all about God and seeing that we're subservient to a supreme power. And a lot of people like that, especially in Atlanta, Georgia. They like the idea of God, and we're all under Him. A lot of the simple folks over there, but it's I think we want to be careful not to get into that mode of, yeah, what's the use, you know? There's always going to be something that's going to be better than the other. There's three parties running. One may be closer to representing what we believe in. When you have sort of a liberal, what do you call it, democratic? Yeah, culture, they're more free about Krishna consciousness. But if you have a conservative party, they're going to be, let's say, less open about our ideals and our principles. But on the other hand, we are quite conservative. Yeah, we believe in conservatism. You know, Prabhupada was a conservative liberal. You know, if I can use that term, you know, that's sort of Canadian politics. You know, parliamentary. You know, those are the parties that go up on top. And but ultimately, we don't kowtow to the politics of the world because it's corrupt and it is materialistic, and that's very much in the mode of passion. But it would be good if we could train up our leaders to be good leaders. You know, like we start from ground and we go up, ground level, go up, and run a nice organization, which we need to work at. And if you can be part of a good organization, that can be duplicated on a larger scale, you know, or, you know, on a national level or federal level. But I'd be really cautious about saying there's no one worth voting for. Then, you know, you have to be a little careful because someone's going to come in there, and a lot of people are a little bit lost when it comes to voting. I guess they just want to hear from someone who says, I'll give you all the sense gratification you want, you know, and that's not good for us either. Okay, so, but in Kali Yuga, what can you do? And even ISKCON is run in a somewhat of a democratic way. We have a good number of leaders and we discuss things together. But we discuss things together and decide on the basis of our values and our principles established by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. We have policies, Vedic policies, that we'd like to abide by. Okay. I didn't know we were going to swing over a little bit into the political realm, but politics impacts us. We are all affected by the leader and what he or she says or does. So we better be a little bit sharp, you know. Now, those who live in this world, you do have something to say, and it really would be nice if we could establish ourselves in the political world without getting contaminated. And to my knowledge, the reason why the In God We Trust party was dismantled is because the devotees who were running for office, and they were all quite young, not so experienced, they were getting a little contaminated by, you know, the political system. And I guess we weren't ready, but the idea is good. Now we have a lot of young people who are coming up. Some of you are on the screen. I can see anybody who's young, you're a youngling, you can smile. And I'm talking about you folks. You have a chance to develop good leadership qualities in our institution. And that gives us some hope that for the future, we can apply Krishna conscious values to the larger population. Hare Krishna. Any other comments or questions? Anybody ready to run for president of the United States?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, I have a
Very nice.
comment.
Yes, please.
And a question too. So my comment is that I think even inside our movement, I think when people like you, elevated souls, visit, we need to raise the um, profile of how we treat Maharajas, in terms of uh, how your activities, like when you come to visit, for example, our Tobacco congregation, I think we should have a real big gala celebration and invite members of the general public and advertise openly in the local newspapers that very elevated soul is coming to talk about God consciousness, and please come and listen to him between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. this day. Like that, I think we need to raise the profile of all saintly, very saintly, almost godlike people such as yourself, Maharaj. I think that will actually help grow the movement. That's my comment. And my question is, like, in the passion, Maharaj, even I think I myself, I'm a little bit in the mode of passion almost every day. Like, some people say I work too hard in the office, I spend too many hours here. And, but how do I balance that, Maharaj? Like, can I just say, okay, I'm going to give it up soon, and then, devote all my energies towards Krishna and serving my Guru Maharaj, like that? How do I balance that?
Well, when some people ask the question about how do I balance, to me, it's very simple. A bit of this and a little bit of that, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, just, work towards this equanimity, establish equilibrium in your thoughts and your actions. So give some time to your soul, give some time to your body and your dependence. It's really, it's be symmetrical about it, or better still, make it one. Like Arjuna was thinking that we've got these principles of Dharma that we have to consider. If we take arms against family, that will just ruin everything. But Krishna was thinking on a much higher scale, and his thoughts were, well, there's the whole universal family that we have to consider. So you have to sacrifice lower motives for higher motives. Higher principles is what's important in Krishna consciousness. So, in terms of your comments, we want to grow. We do want to grow. We have a lot to give. We have a lot to offer the world. And I think one area where we're lacking is just our presentation is a little bit weak. Our promotions are a little bit not up to par. We really do have a lot to offer. Maybe we have to look at our language. What words are we using? What's relevant in the world today? And just get a step up. We need to use our younger generation a lot more. They have a good way of promoting. They're good with graphics, good on the computer. They've got great ideas. We need to empower a bit more, and then I think we'll move a little bit in a faster lane. But it goes both ways. The young blood and old blood, mix it together. I think it makes a real good. It's a good policy to go by. Yeah. So those are my quick comments. So
Yes, thank you, Maharaj. Thank you. It's very nice.
Okay. Anybody else?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to add on to what Haripad Prabhuji said about elevating the presence of Maharaj and showcasing the importance of your presence coming. So we are very much on the road in Peterborough right now. Just to give you some update on that of what Prabhuji said, I was in the MPP office and wanted to invite the local MPP for the event. Unfortunately, the MPP is not available, but I was speaking to his secretary, and definitely she invited us. We had a very good discussion about the institution, as well as about you, Maharaj, and she definitely has heard about you. So that allowed it, to more elevate your presence coming here. So I 101% agree to what Haripad Prabhu said, that we need to elevate our understanding and glorify the presence, so that on the road, and be more on the street, to make people aware about those events coming in. So yes, I just wanted to add to that what Haripad Prabhu said.
Well, thank you, Murari. You're referring to this program that you're
Yes.
arranging in a couple of weeks or in a week from now, right? You're
Ye-
talking about something in Peterborough in Ontario. Well, of course, we should promote our, senior devotees who have something to offer. I'm kind of a nobody. My philosophy, Vedic philosophy, is that I'm nothing. But I like to at least, since if somebody wants me to say something, I will. I'm not an eloquent speaker by any stretch of the imagination. But in general, we've got a lot to be proud of. We've got a lot of good senior mature devotees in the movement, and yet let's promote them. And at the same time, let's promote whatever intelligence we have amongst the young bloods. Let's put for anybody and everybody. It could be man, could be woman, anybody who cuts the mustard, anybody who is let's say demonstrating by behavior our values. That you say one thing and you do another. So like hypocrisy is something people pick up on right away. And I think what the world needs right.
Maharaj, I think you're cutting off. You're cutting in and out.
Yeah, definitely. We should figure it out. When I think about, I'm coming in and out again.
Yes,
What am I
Maharaj.
supposed to do? Let's cut off the video maybe. And
It's better now.
maybe I can
It's
be heard better. It's better now?
yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you it's always good for you to let us know when something goes wrong. I think that's the political system that should be in place, something goes wrong, say something, don't be silent. So again, going back, if you don't vote, then you're silent. You don't have any strength. You don't have any strength at all, And so, but again, going back to Hari's point and Haripad, let's present our mature seasoned devotees, put them up front. Let's bring dignitaries to our movement. Let them see what's going on. At one of our Athiyatras, I talked to one of the temple council, I'm sorry, city council members. He really, really enjoyed what we stood for. He went through the whole Rath Yatra. He didn't know much about it. He walked through the whole thing. He tried to chant with us, and he picked up on the spirit of everyone. Everyone was so happy. And, these people are always looking for votes. So, and we also want their backup, their support for our projects, isn't it? The game is a little bit back scratching in the democratic system. We'll give you our vote, but we need you to help us with our endeavors. We want to build temples, we want to, have restaurants, we want to have kirtan halls, we want to be able to have something to say about the school system. We want to impact the world, So we have to get close to these people, And this sounds a little bit graphic. It shouldn't be taken as such, but we want to be in the same bed with them. We want to be able to whisper in their ears, Krishna consciousness is a great thing. Good. Anybody else? Discussions are good. Fantastic. Wonderful.
Sundamini has a question, Maharaj.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams. Glories to
Thank you
Shiva.
all.
Hari Bol. Let me switch on my video. So, Hare Krishna. Oh, Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj,
Yeah.
I have a quick question.
You're in San Francisco.
I'm in San Francisco. Yeah, Golden Gate Bridge.
Okay.
Yes, I love that place. Anyway, I miss it. So Maharaj, my question is on the same lines as Haripad Prabhu had asked about balancing, and you said, why not we make it as one? Like not see work and our spiritual as is different, or is it one? Can you
Right.
define what you
Yes.
meant by one, Maharaj?
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, just to put in simple terms, Arjuna's service to the community is also service to God. Like whatever you do in life, whatever you're contributing, whether you work for a law firm or you work for this firm or you work in a factory, doesn't matter. Somehow your consciousness has to be with Krishna, you know? And then you pay attention to details. Everything's meant set up to please whoever you're working under. And ultimately, a devotee's deliberation comes to this siddhanta or conclusion. Krishna's my boss, ultimately, you know, and I want to please him. I'm Sansiddhir Hari Toshanam. I'm here to please him. So it doesn't matter what you do in the world of mundaneness. Some or other insert Krishna in there. So many times Prabhupada said this, see Krishna in the air, see Krishna in the water. See Krishna in everything, on all you do. There's enough verses in the Bhagavad Gita to support that concept. So make it one, make it a marriage, you know? Two people, they work together on decision making. They work together complementing each other and moving forceful. That's how you have children. Two different kinds of people come together to produce something beautiful. The most beautiful thing in the world is to have a child, you know? And that you can shape and mold in a very mode of goodness, if not transcendent way. There's nothing better than that. So it takes two. It takes two to make it work, right? So when we're talking about two, like say we're talking about, let's say the secular world and the spiritual world, can't we make it one? Let's make it a synthesis. You know, the scientific community versus the spiritual or religious community. Prabhupada's idea was let's make it one. Why not discuss together? People in the world of science are amazing thinkers. They have big heads. And also Brahminical people or Vaishnavas, they have big heads. Why? We don't have to clash. We can actually collaborate. It's C versus that C. Collaborate and don't clash. Conflict doesn't need to be there. You know, it's just a matter of talking things out. Just like when a husband and wife don't get along, it just means they just don't know how to communicate very well. They don't know how to listen to each other. So that's what I'm talking about, the kind of oneness that we're referring to.
Thank you, Maharaj. So if I were to paraphrase what you said, Maharaj, it is basically you don't have to give up one to take one, or, you know, you just marry
Right.
both of them and see it as something that is a service to Krishna ultimately, you know.
Yeah, that's right. To me, it's a little bit like khichdi. What's the basis of khichdi? It's rice and it's dal mixed together, right?
Yes.
Personally, I can't stand khichdi without some cheese. It has to have veggies in it, you know, and the right
Yes.
spicing. But it's these two components that make it khichdi, and it's supposed to be so good for you. You know, one of the best things for curing ills with tummy or any disease. It's one of the best things to eat. You go
Yes.
to one of these, you know, clinics in South India or other places where they have, where you're supposed to go for a sort of like a purge, go for kind of like a cleanse or like a retreat. It's khichdi again. No, yeah, khichdi again, because it's one of the best things for you.
Sure, Maharaj.
So
Thank you so much.
it's two components and they become one. Right?
Yes.
And for myself, you know, I oftentimes wonder at our Rath Yatras, why can't we have good khichdi? What's wrong with it?
Yeah.
Why is it that people got this, oh, it's like a poor man's food or something, you know? But
It's comfort food, Maharaj. Comfort, soul food, comfort food. Khichdi.
yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So make them become one. That's your job. We live in a world of individualism. That's kind of like destroying our fabric, our social fabric. Individualism, whatever is good for you. You've got a dream. You push forward. Doesn't matter who you kill along the way. It doesn't matter who you kick or who you step over. Why does it always have to be like that? I think it's a very poisonous message that gets out there. It's in the mainstream. It's in the music. As everyone's celebrity, everybody. I was just going absolutely nuts when I was at the airport yesterday in Vancouver, and there was a family sitting across from me, and the mother was insisting that her daughter read everything about Taylor Swift. Like so loud, and it was so loud it went several aisles away. So I was trying to I was trying to do everything. There weren't many seats. I didn't have many choices to go by. So why do we have to hear this kind of stuff? I don't know. And it's all about individualism. I don't have anything against the person. I just have an issue with people putting all centeredness on celebrities who promote a brand of sensuality. Should really downplay the sensuality and get away from this body identification and go more towards the soul. Let's hear more about the soul, brother and sister.
Thank you, Maharaj. That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
It was in 1969, the same year that Woodstock had a festival. There was in Harlem in New York a soul festival. 300,000 people went and attended it. And it was the mood that was really nice. And then it got very political, again, like bodily conscious, And it just went sour. I said, oh, you lost it. You lost it. We're not these bodies. It's not about being black or white. It's, we're all part of a family. And that went weird. It went weird. I saw this it's a documentary. And I don't mind docs. But I felt very bad. I wanted to throw up. I wanted to pull out one of those bags that they have in the airplane. I wanted to vomit. No, that's not where we want to go. All right, so we're sort of running out of time right now. And I think we got a nice load of people. I really appreciate everybody coming on board. We've got Chandra, who's new. I'm not sure who Bobby. I know Bobby Orr. He was a famous hockey player. But we got Bobby Aurora. So I'm not sure who that is. If you can identify yourself, that'd be nice. It's just like nice to have the couple from the Netherlands on board, and let's see, our regular people, even from the far Pacific and people in the Caribbean. Very nice to have you on board. We're mostly Canadians in America. Hey, there's Bobby Orr, the famous hockey player. Oh, he just disappeared again. Hare Krishna. Thakur Murari. Okay, I know Thakur Murari. My God.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. His accept my humble obeisances. I'm calling from Jamaica, West Indies.
Wow. We're getting international here. Okay, Bruce, I think we should please give me your takeaways, and you really think about it. Give us 4 words, only 4, that's all. 3 or 4, how about that? 3 or 4, give you a little more choice. Give you a little more wiggle. And otherwise, everyone wants to do their essay, and we're not ready for that right now. Okay, so for your takeaways, based on what we read here, based on our discussions, what you heard and what you were thinking.
Okay. Arjuna?
Okay, I'll say be cool for Krishna.
Be cool for Krishna. Okay, staying within the limits. Very nice. Thank you.
Arjun Sakhadas. Can you unmute yourself, please?
Yeah. Hare Krishna. So it's like individualism and differism in individualism. Like everyone is a different, but there's some kind of individualism in them.
Okay, yeah, Arjuna Sakha, thank you so much for being on board. All the way from Edmonton, right?
Edmonton, right?
Yeah, Prabhu. So could you just narrow it down to 3 or 4 words? What do you want to say? That's one word. Usually we say Om in our tradition, right? We can come back to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. Think about it.
Bobby Aurora, are you ready?
I can try, Mataji.
Okay. Or you want to come late? Okay, you
I
can do
can
later.
try.
Chandra Gupta. Chandra Gupta.
Hare Krishna, everyone. So according to me, what I learned, everyone's role is important.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Beautiful. Thank you for contributing.
Guru Das. I'm just calling everybody's name according to alphabetical order.
Alphabetical order, okay.
So
Make it one.
Make it one. 2 are 1. Okay.
Make it one.
Make
Yeah,
it 1.
make it.
Haribol.
Haripad Prabhu.
Work ultimately for Krishna.
Ultimately for Krishna. Thank you. Good message. Jai Ho.
I have someone by name iPhone. I'm not sure who it is.
iPhone. Okay.
So, all right. Naman and Violetta.
For me is benevolent dictatorship.
Okay, nice. I'm glad you picked up on that phrase. Haribol.
We serve Krishna through leadership.
Serve Krishna through leadership. Okay, nice. Bravo.
Murali.
The meaning of democracy. New term.
What is the meaning of democracy?
The one you said, demon crazy.
Oh, a new meaning. Yes, okay.
Ritam Goswami.
Introspect the mode.
Okay. Sankalpa.
Can you say that again, please? That was a little soft.
Introspect mode.
So be in the introspect mode. Okay, that's beautiful. Good. Good.
Sankalpa.
Next.
Sankalpa.
I have more than 4 words. I'm sorry. Bring spiritual culture and philosophy into society more.
More KC, Krishna consciousness. Okay, let's move along. Thank you. That's good.
Sandamani.
Who's next? We do this every time.
Yeah, spiritual and material marriage.
Okay, very nice. Jai Ho.
Thakur Murari Prabhu.
Unity in diversity.
Yes. Uday. Uday.
Thank you. Thank you, Uday.
Being a conservative liberal.
Be a conservative liberal. Okay.
Okay, so
we get the point.
whoever did not do, like Arjun Saka and Bobby, do you want to go now? Oh, and then
Dhanraj Prabhu is also there.
Dhanraj. Yes.
Yeah, I would like to go. I would like to say, see Krishna in everything.
Okay, that's good. Good message. Very good. Bobby?
Remember who's your master.
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
Remember who's your master.
Remember who's your master. Very nice. Very nice. Okay.
Bobby,
Anybody else?
are
I
you
got a
still,
call coming in.
Bobby, you last call?
Getting more ideas from Vedas, Shastras, getting more innovative.
Get ideas from the Vedas. Okay. Get ideas from Vedas. 4 words. Good. Thanks for your contribution. We've covered almost everyone now. Am I correct?
Yes,
on that?
Maharaj.
Vaishnavi Mataji is there. Maharaj.
Sorry?
Vaishnavi Mataji has to go.
Okay.
Vaishnavi, please go ahead.
Differences in ideas is welcome.
Okay, different ideas are welcome. Yes. Prabhupada encouraged to see from different angles. All right, that's good. I think we've covered everything. I've got a call coming in from
Yes,
Grand
Maharaj.
Prairie in Alberta. So I appreciate it very much, all your participation. We'll see you next week when I'll probably be, I'll be somewhere in the East Coast, somewhere by the Atlantic, I believe. All right.
Maharaj,
So-
Maharaj, a quick question. Can I give you a call in a half an hour regarding the Peterborough event? Wanted
Yeah,
to check
in
something.
a half hour. Sure.
Okay.
Yep, no problem.
Haribol. Thank you. Thank you,
Maharaj,
Maharaj.
are you going to be in the East
Thank you
Coast,
so
Maharaj?
much. Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj.
Am I going to be what?
Are you going to be in the East Coast, Maharaj? You said you'll be in the
Yeah,
Atlantic.
I'm going to Nova Scotia.
Oh, Nova Scotia. Okay.
You can
But
join us
US.
there if you like.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Okay. Haribol.
Haribol, Maharaj.
Take care,
Thank you
Hare
so
everyone.
Krishna,
much. Hare
Vancha
Krishna.
Kalpataruvasya
Devotees.
Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha
Patitam
Pavanam
Pavanam
Pavanebhyo
Avanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai.
Hare Krishna.